Hi, welcome to CloudEagle's Insights in Minutes. Picture this. You're about to close a major acquisition, but there's a hidden risk no one flagged. Dozens of AI tools running quietly behind the scenes, totally undocumented. That's not science fiction. That's the M&A landscape for 2026.
The numbers are honestly wild. Over 70% of employees now use AI tools at work without IT's approval. And in the rush of a deal, those rogue tools become a risk most teams never see coming.
I'm glad you're here today because we're going to break down exactly why AI governance in M&A is now a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We'll dig into the risks, what regulators expect, and a concrete checklist you can use on your next deal.
By the end, you'll know the critical pitfalls, how to spot shadow AI before you inherit it, and the key steps to building an airtight governance framework before day one.
Here's our roadmap. We'll start with how AI use exploded in M&A, then walk through the 3 layers of risk every acquirer faces, zero in on due diligence essentials, and finish with how to make AI governance a board-level advantage. Let's get into it.
So, not long ago, using Gen AI in M&A felt a bit experimental. Now, 86% of enterprises say it's part of their deal process, and most only jumped in within the last year. That's breakneck speed.
It's incredible. Gen AI is involved in everything from target screening to post-deal integration. But here's the twist. Governance hasn't kept up. Most companies don't even know which AI tools are touching sensitive data.
And that's where things get dicey. Because during diligence, teams focus on contracts and financials, not some engineer's favorite AI code assistant or the random analytics plugin finance just started using.
Exactly. Once the deal closes, undisclosed or ungoverned tools can trigger regulatory fines or integration meltdowns. That's a mess waiting to happen, and it's avoidable.
Let's get specific. AI in M&A isn't just one risk, it's 3. Most teams only worry about what they bring in themselves, but there's a whole iceberg under the surface.
First, you've got the acquirer's own stack and practices. Then, the target's AI tools, which might be a total mystery. And finally, the stuff that only pops up once integration starts. Orphaned accounts, duplicate tools, gaps in policy.
Funny enough, the 3rd layer is the one that really derails integrations. If you don't start aligning policies and visibility pre-close, you're signing up for 6 months of cleanup after the fact.
It's a classic case of fix it now or pay later, and the bill is getting bigger as regulators and insurers catch up.
Let's talk diligence. Most checklists still skip AI-specific reviews, but that's a huge blind spot. You have to go beyond just asking for a tech stack list.
Number 1. Get a complete inventory of every AI tool, model, and API in use, including those free browser extensions and any homegrown models. If the target can't provide that, it's a huge governance red flag.
Then drill into training data. Was it scraped from the open web? Does it include customer PII? And who actually owns the outputs? These questions stick around long after the ink dries on the deal.
And don't sleep on compliance. The EU AI Act, GDPR, CFIOS regulatory exposure from an undisclosed tool isn't theoretical anymore. It's a liability you inherit automatically.
That's why reps and warranties need to explicitly cover AI risks. If there's no AI governance documentation, underwriters may walk away or charge a premium you'll feel.
So, you've done the diligence. What's next? Governance has to start before day 1, not after users start sharing data across merged systems.
Both organizations likely have different AI policies, or maybe one has none. You need a unified, acceptable use policy and clear accountability. Otherwise, people default to old habits, and risk multiplies fast.
It's also prime time to consolidate your AI tool stack. Duplicate contracts and high-risk vendors should be flagged in the first 90 days, with a rationalization plan ready to go.
And don't forget a cross-functional oversight group. IT can't do this alone. Legal, compliance, finance, and actual business leads all need a seat at the table, with defined roles from day one.
This is the one that keeps me up at night, shadow AI. It's all those tools employees adopted without approval now quietly interacting with sensitive data.
It's a real minefield. Sales might be drafting responses in ChatGPT, engineers could be running AI code assistants, and finance crunching numbers in an AI analytics program no one's vetted. None of this shows up in a standard data room.
That's where platforms like CloudEagle.ai come in. They help discover not just the official tools, but also those shadow apps by analyzing SSO activity, browser logs, even finance system hooks.
Not all AI tools are equal, either. Assigning risk scores helps you focus on what's actually dangerous, like tools touching customer data or exporting files to unknown servers, so you can act before you're on the hook.
And by enforcing real-time policies and redirecting risky behavior, you're not just watching risk, you're containing it, which is absolutely crucial during a merger.
Here's the real shift. AI governance in M&A is now a top concern for boards, regulators, and insurers. It's not just an IT thing anymore. RWI underwriters are demanding proof of governance before they'll even touch a deal.
So every M&A team in 2026 needs a concrete checklist. Start with internal and target audits, require full AI tool inventories, and scrutinize training data and regulatory exposure during diligence.
Pre-close, draft a unified policy, build your oversight team, and map out duplicate vendors. And in the first 90 days post-close, consolidate your AI stack, migrate or kill high-risk tools, and roll out continuous monitoring.
Don't let AI governance be an afterthought. The cost of missing it is only going up, and the expectation now is board-level attention from start to finish.
Let's bring it home. First, most M&A teams are flying blind when it comes to shadow AI today. That's just not tenable. Second, AI due diligence has to go deeper, covering tools, training data, and regulatory risk. Third, unified governance before day one saves months of pain and real money.
And here's your action step. Before your next deal, use a platform or checklist to audit both your own and the target's AI stack. Don't wait for legacy contracts or post-close surprises to force your hand.
M&A already carries enough uncertainty. Make AI governance a core part of your strategy, not a patch job after the fact you'll thank yourself when integration goes smoothly.
Thanks for joining us. If you want a deeper dive or a ready-to-go checklist, reach out or book a demo. Let's make AI governance your deal's competitive edge. We'll catch you on the next episode of Insights in Minutes.